Hey y'all, it's Lippy with Gemini Homestead. Look what I got. What? It's frog legs. That's what's on the menu. Now, don't be turning the camera off. No, it's chicken. It's just baby chicken legs. That's what you tell yourself. But I'm fixing to show y'all what I've done so far. You know me, I'm not gonna miss a step if I can help it. So we're gonna drop the camera down. Everybody's hungry, especially me. We ain't had frog legs since we left Louisiana. But Nanny Joyce, she hooked us up. So let's get them prepped. That's the key, to keep them in that pot. They ain't no joke. They will jump out the pot. I'm just saying. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna show you is we've had these frog legs. Now you noticed I have not separated them yet. We've had these soaking in about 2 cups of buttermilk and about 3 tablespoons of hot sauce. Now in here I have Crystal. You can use Louisiana, Tabasco, and that's all I've done, and I've let them soak for about 4 hours. What that's doing is that's gonna help break down, tenderize it. And that's all I've done, y'all, okay? Now let's get this little frog leg. And I hope the camera, let me see. Let me set it like this. It'll be a little backwards for me, but that's okay. Now, we have to separate these. Now, some people will come in and go down. There's a little bone right here, and they'll follow the bone. I personally take mine and I pull up like that. And you see, it makes that bone pop out. And then I'm just gonna put my finger here and I'm just gonna come gently right down the side. There we go. I'll chunk this back in here. Now we've ended up with 2 legs, okay? But now, here's the key. Let me show y'all up close. Where's the camera? There it is. If you're purchasing them, a lot of times they'll come in and they'll cut this little tendon right here, okay? This one has been cut. I can tell because you see that white line right here? There should be 2. But let's, for the sake of camera, let's say that they didn't cut that tendon. Now remember, here's the chicken leg, the frog leg. So it's gonna be right here in that joint. And I'm gonna take my knife and I'm just gonna, now it's done. See? That's it. It's done. You don't cut all the way through, there's a bone there. And that's all I've done. Let's do this one. Okay, here's the frog leg. See between the 2? I'm gonna come in and I'm just gonna blade my knife right across that tendon. Okay? Now I got a lot of these to do, y'all. But we gonna get them done. All right, let's do one more. Here we go. All right, now this one was not cut. I'm glad I actually found one. Can you see that darkness right in there? I don't know if the camera's picking up, but there you go. Let me see. See that little darkness? That was that tendon. They didn't cut it. But we are. That's all it is to it. So let me get all of these divided and we'll come back to the next step. Okay, we've got them all done. Oh yeah, I think you can get a better picture here. There you go. All right, the first thing you need to do is have you a pot of grease. Now, peanut oil is what I recommend, but, you know, y'all got to do what's best for y'all. All right, I think the camera can pick this up. All I got is a Ziploc bag, not a freezer bag, just a Ziploc bag. That way, it's easy to clean the mess. But in this bag, I've got 3 cups of all-purpose flour. You can use self-rising. But I've got 3 cups of all-purpose flour, a cup of yellow cornmeal. You can use white cornmeal, not cornmeal mix, just cornmeal. 1 cup of cornmeal, And I've got a heaping teaspoon of baking powder. A heaping teaspoon. And I've got this all blended very well, okay? Now we got to season this up. Let me get there we go. All right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add about a teaspoon. Now we're going to go 2. It's a lot of frog legs. 2 teaspoons of Miss Lippy's swamp mix. Now when you go in the description, there'll be a link there where you can get the swamp mix. So that's 2 teaspoons of swamp mix. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. A teaspoon, which this is a half teaspoon measurements. There's 2 of those. So a teaspoon of salt. I'm not trying to overpower this. I want to taste my frog legs. And there is a half a teaspoon of black pepper. And I promise you, that's all the seasoning you're going to need. Now, these are really good with my clucking good, too. But that's what I'm going to start at, and I'm going to look and see. After I mix this up, I'll be able to tell if I have enough seasoning. Let me see. Let me look inside. Because I can always tell by the color. And to me, I don't have enough. Because remember, we've got 4 cups of dry ingredients. So what am I going to do? I'm coming in with another. This is really to taste. Another teaspoon of swamp mix. And I'm going to come in with just a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. You're not going to taste a bunch of garlic. You can also use garlic salt too. All right, and that's going to be plenty, in my opinion. Oh, that's some good coffee, yeah. Okay, we got our station. We got our frog legs. We got our flour, and I'm using a lid. See, I don't like a big messy kitchen, so I'm going to use the lid that's set on top of here. Now watch this. We're going to get it wet. We're going to put a couple of them in here. I don't know. A good handful. Because there's a reason. We'll start there. Y'all don't need to see it all, but you'll get the gist. And we're just going to shake. You think, well, I can do that. Yeah, but some of you might have never seen it. All right, here we go. Now we got to dig for them. Now all I'm going to do is just lay them. Let's see. You can see that. Shake it off, and I'm just going to lay them here. I'm going to do all of them. Just like that. And then we're going to do it again. Double dip. Then they're going to go in some grease. Now, I want y'all to look close. After I dredged them, they've been sitting here about 5 minutes. Now, you see how the moisture is starting to come up through the flour? That's what we're looking for. Because when we second coat, it's gonna it's gonna stick to all of these wet spots that you see coming through. But this is a really good example right here. But you need to let this sit a good 5 minutes. That's even if you're doing pork chops, chicken, or anything. That's the key to a good crust. I've got my temperature probe in here. And we're looking for 315. Now, I didn't clear. I was doing meat the other day. I didn't clear it. Because it really doesn't matter. We're just looking for 350. Now, you don't want to overcrowd your pot. You're going to have to do this in batches, okay? Now, I didn't say it was a clean job. But you see, I'm trying to keep this one the dirty hand. But they both dirty. All right. Okay, we're going to go in with our second coat. Our oil is at 350 degrees. Now, we're not going to overcrowd. Now, when I go down, my hand is going to go to the back of the stove. Don't pull that grease to you. Let me lay this down. There you go. Okay? I'm gonna drop it away from me. I love the sound of that. And that's it, y'all. And you'll know they're done when they float to the top. Here's a key. Pay attention to your oil. If it seems it's cooking too fast, that's because it has exceeded that 350 degree. You can recheck it. I just happen to pay attention to mine. I dropped mine down. We started on an 8. When I knew I hit 350, I know my stove works on a number 6. That's going to keep me even 350 degrees, okay? And basically, it's ready when they float to the top. You're not going to see me in here flipping and flopping and stirring because they are below the grease. Now, I will take this and roll them halfway through. You'll be able to tell that golden color. It's no different than fried chicken. You're looking for that golden color. They looking so good. Now, I want to show you what I'm putting them on. This is a cookie sheet with paper towel under. And then I have just a, almost lost that one. Oh my brain left. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This thing. Y'all, it's been a long day. But the reason why I'm putting them on this is because I don't want them to sit on paper towels because they're going to get soggy. I do this with my chicken, my pork chops, anything I fry because I don't want it sitting in there and just getting soggy. I want this to stay crispy. All right, here we go. Y'all, we got a loose one. I'm going to name this one Mr. Willie. Look, Mr. Willie wanted to jump out this pot. I don't think so. Look. What? No, I ain't eating all this. Look. What? But you know what this means, right? Let me set it down. You know, we always got to do a taste test. Look at that. Look at that crisp. See that? Oh my. Okay, here goes. See, it breaks apart. All right, this is hot. You know, I'm gonna try this one. It may not be as hot. I love y'all, but I don't want 3rd-degree burns. Y'all, I put both feet in this one. C'est bon. This is stupid good. Look here, don't knock it. All right, I'm gonna break it open. Y'all look at that. It don't get no better, y'all. It gets no better. Now, you gotta try use some frog legs. But if not, use the same steps. Do you some pork chops. Do you some chicken. Do you something. That's where it's at. It's in the leg. The frog leg. But until next time, as I always say, stay safe and God bless.